Hi, welcome to the Future Aviation Channel. Today we gonna talk about B-2 stealth bomber United States, so let's get into the topic. The Northrop B-2 Spirit, also known as the stealth bomber, is an American heavy strategic bomber, featuring low observable stealth technology designed for penetrating dense anti-aircraft defenses. Designed during the Cold War, it is a flying wing design with a crew of 2. The bomber is subsonic and can deploy both conventional and thermonuclear weapons, such as up to 8,500-pound class Mk-82 JDAM GPS-guided bombs, or 16 2,400-pound, 1,100 kilograms, B-83 nuclear bombs. The B-2 is the only acknowledged aircraft that can carry large air-to-surface standoff weapons in a stealth configuration. Development started under the Advanced Technology Bomber (ATB) project during the Carter administration. Its expected performance was one of the president's reasons for the cancellation of the Mach 2 capable B-1A bomber. The ATB project continued during the Reagan administration, but worries about delays in its introduction led to the reinstatement of the B-1 program. Program costs rose throughout development. Designed and manufactured by Northrop, later Northrop Grumman, the cost of each aircraft averaged $737 million in 1997 dollars. Total procurement costs averaged $929 million per aircraft, which includes spare parts, equipment, retrofitting, and software support. The total program cost, which included development, engineering, and testing, averaged $2.13 billion per aircraft in 1997. Because of its considerable capital and operating costs, the project was controversial in the U.S. Congress. The winding down of the Cold War in the latter portion of the 1980s dramatically reduced the need for the aircraft, which was designed with the intention of penetrating Soviet airspace and attacking high-value targets. During the late 1980s and 1990s, Congress slashed plans to purchase 132 bombers to 21. In 2008, a B-2 was destroyed in a crash shortly after takeoff, though the crew ejected safely. As of 2018, 20 B-2s are in service with the United States Air Force, which plans to operate them until 2032, when the Northrop Grumman B-21 Raider is to replace it. The B-2 is capable of all-altitude attack missions up to 50,000 feet 15,000 meters, with a range of more than 6,000 nautical miles, 6,900 miles, 11,000 kilometers, on internal fuel, and over 10,000 nautical miles, 12,000 miles, 19,000 kilometers, with 1 mid-air refueling. It entered service in 1997 as the second aircraft designed to have advanced stealth technology, after the Lockheed F-117 Nighthawk attack aircraft. Though designed originally as primarily a nuclear bomber, the B-2 was first used in combat dropping conventional, non-nuclear ordnance in the Kosovo War in 1999. It later served in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Libya. During its design and development, the Northrop B-2 program was a black project requiring a secret clearance for all program personnel before its revelation to the public. Unlike the Lockheed F-117 program, which was also a black project, more people within the United States federal government knew about the B-2 and more information about the project was available. Both during development and in service, considerable effort has been devoted to maintaining the security of the B-2's design and technologies. Staff working on the B-2 and most, if not all, capacities have to achieve a level of special access clearance and undergo extensive background checks carried out by a special branch of the Air Force. For the manufacturing, a former Ford automobile assembly plant in Pico Rivera, California, was acquired and heavily rebuilt. The plant's employees were sworn to complete secrecy regarding their work. To avoid the possibility of suspicion, components were typically purchased through front companies, military officials would visit out of uniform, and staff members were routinely subjected to polygraph examinations. The secrecy extended so far that access to nearly all information on the program by both Government Accountability Office, GAO, and virtually all members of Congress itself was severely limited until the mid-1980s. Northrop, now Northrop Grumman, was the B-2's prime contractor. Major subcontractors included Boeing, Hughes Aircraft, now Raytheon, GE, and Vought Aircraft. In 1984, a Northrop employee, Thomas Cavanaugh, was arrested for attempting to sell classified information to the Soviet Union. The information was taken from Northrop's Pico Rivera, California factory. Cavanaugh was eventually sentenced to life in prison and released on parole in 2001. The B-2 was first publicly displayed on November 22, 1988 at United States Air Force Plant 42 in Palmdale, California, where it was assembled. This viewing was heavily restricted, and guests were not allowed to see the rear of the B-2. However, Aviation Week editors found that there were no airspace restrictions above the presentation area and took aerial photographs of the aircraft's then secret rear section with suppressed engine exhausts. The B-2's S/N82 to 1066/AV1 first public flight was on July 17, 1989 from Palmdale to Edwards AFB. In October 2005, Nasher Gowadia, a design engineer who worked on the B-2's propulsion system, was arrested for selling B-2-related classified information to China. Gowadia was convicted and sentenced to 32 years in prison for his actions. Thank you for watching. If you get some knowledge, please consider subscribing and put a like.